All right, I wanted to hop on here real quick. Saw something on Twitter, and I just had to comment on this. Just give my perspective. Not saying it's right, not saying it's wrong. Just my perspective, and offer some solutions on the people that actually are open minded and that actually want to, I guess, be self reliant. Understand that hey, there might be some black people that you kind of have to leave behind or can't rock with. And it's gonna be some white people you got to leave behind that can't rock with. Sometimes you have to do business with just black people. Sometimes you might have to do business with white people. But it's about moving with like-minded people. And only they're not trying to change people's minds and fit in with people that don't want you around. Because to do that is a sign of low self-esteem and it's going to lead to frustration and less progress. You get more progress with cooperation and people on the same path than people that are uncooperative and don't share the same vision. These are obvious, but people are more so caught up in emotions, fitting in, low self-esteem, and getting caught up in people's status. And then we got to be honest about this. Like Dr. Umar say, I mean, there's a lot of black people, and not just black people, but people of other races that they've been whitewashed and they see the white woman as something to I mean a lot of these dudes they want to sleep with white women and a lot of them feel like I mean, a lot of them feel like they have to kind of coon or kind of play a role in order to get close to them, which they really don't because you know I've had experiences where a white woman might like you, but she's still racist. So it is what it is. But I saw this guy. I believe he's a black guy. He's somebody I follow. So I guess sometimes I might, um, I like to get different perspectives from people I agree with, people I don't agree with. I like to see different perspectives from people who on one side or the other of an argument, people who disagree, and just kind of look at the, look at the evidence and just kind of filter that and kind of draw my own conclusions. Understanding that nobody is perfect, everybody got their own agenda, and I don't know these people. I don't look at these people as my leaders. You know, Uh, I understand that a lot of these people are flawed, and I'm flawed also. But I don't know them to follow them. Some of them are scammers. Some of them are legit. Some of them are agents. So, but I look at this guy, this willpower dude. He's supposed to be a black. I guess he's supposed to be black, and he said, he said, "I hate double standards. I didn't leave Dim's party. Dim left me. Fourth degree black belt and common sense." Now he say that, but he's endorsing politicians like DeSantis, and he is taking one side over the other when both sides don't give a damn about the people objectively. I could be wrong, but if I'm right and this guy's still supporting these people, then what he says right here, fourth degree black belt and common sense, he's just lying to himself. And this guy, he seems to be one of these just off this post. He's one of these people that is seeking white acceptance. One could argue. He says, "See how this BS works. The fat bee can walk up on you, provoke you, but God forbid you respond to the effing provocation unless you the right skin tone. I effing hate double standards. I'm a black man who went to an HBCU and live in a black neighborhood. Now let's dissect that right here. This is the same as a white person saying I got black friends. Him saying I'm a black man who went to a HBCU and live in a black neighborhood don't mean that he's not a sellout. It don't mean that he's not cooning. It don't mean that he's not seeking white acceptance. He said he hate effing double standards. Now, when you talk about a double standard, what is a double standard? A double standard is when one group can get away with doing something over the other. What typically the group that can get away with doing something over the other is the group with the less power, the least amount of power. And I won't elaborate on that right now. Now, look how much smoke he got. You can kind of understand what a person's mindset is if you just look at the smoke he got for the black lady. Look at the optics here. I'm gonna play the sound in a second, but let's just look at the optics without the sound. It's all these white people. It's a gang of white boys antagonizing this one lone black woman. So instead of him saying, "Hey, that's wrong for them to be trying to gang up on her," he's saying that the fat B walk up on you, provoke you. But God forbid, God forbid you respond to the effort and provocation unless you the right skin tone. So he's actually defending them. He's defending them unless you the right skin tone. Hey man, we seen where Oprah was on Barbara Walters and said she was white. Matter of fact, let me try to pull that up. Give me 1 second. Because Oprah said she was white. Said, "Do you wish you were white?" Ask that guy that if he honest. At least Oprah was honest.
Did you ever wish you were white? Mm, yeah, I did. I was growing up in Mississippi, and yeah, I did. I was mm, yeah, I did. I was growing up in wish you were white? Mm, yeah, I did. I was growing up in Mississippi, and it's the kind of thing that I hesitate to say because when you say it, all the black groups call you and say, "How dare you?"
So she's kind of she said she mad at the black, basically mad at the black groups for actually criticizing her for actually saying that. Wow. Now this goes into that mindset though, that elitist mindset. People that want to identify with the racists are usually jealous, insecure people that want to feel like they're better than other people, and that's where the elitist mindset come in at. So let's go back to this because it's a high probability this guy feel that same way when you look at just what he wrote. Fat B talked about the black lady. Then he talked about double standards unless you the right skin tone. Like the black people get special privileges in this country, and he don't even want to. What would he do? Because I'm about asking questions too. What would he do in this situation? Would he try to reason with them and try to be their buddy, buy him a beer, show him that he's human, or would he do what she did? The other thing is like these dudes have no class. It's a projection when they talk about humanity. We the first humans, first and foremost, as far as I know. If somebody can tell me who was here first and dispute that, then that's fine if you got evidence. But so to say somebody ain't human, I mean, the first is the original. Everything else is an offshoot of that. Well, let's get into this video, and that don't mean that one is better than the other necessarily. I'm just saying, no class, just uncivilized. Really, you gotta have low self esteem. It's like when people get bullied by a group of kids and they want to fit in with the kids. No, you gotta get away from these people. Everybody ain't meant to be like everybody don't even get to go to heaven. So why would you want to link up with everybody? Let's hear this sound. So it's more than one person making. Look at this. And now, but pay attention to who actually they actually are projecting the monkey. Now they out there like, dude, shouldn't y'all be trying to get some females to take care of some business? This a Palestine versus Israel thing again. First of all, she shouldn't even be there. This ain't none of your business, and you up here with a group of these people ain't nobody, ain't nobody around. None of them Palestinians are around to help you out. Fool. Now she is a fool for that. And not to say that I've never been a fool, but it's foolish to try to fight for people that never fought for you. Look at this guy. This is your police. This is the person deny you for a loan. This is the TV exec. This is the rap exec right here. That's what they think about you. But look how they act. Love to get this is the culture. Love to get into, and not that black culture is perfect, but just look at this, man. Planet of the Apes right here. And then I guess they got the guy expelled. It says Ole Miss fraternity removes a student accused of making racial gestures during a protest on the campus last week. I mean, what is that going to do? It says the Ole Miss NAACP has also called for the university to expel two individuals seen wearing American flag overalls and waving a Trump for president. It says the racist actions in the video were those of an individual and are anti-ethical. And says the value. Hold on, antithetical. I'm sorry about that. To the values of the Phi Delta Theta and the Mississippi Alpha chapter, which is cap. The responsible individual was removed from membership on Friday, May 3rd. It says the university officials have opened a student conduct investigation to determine if further action is needed. My thing is, um, I mean, why expelling? Like, how does that solve the racist problem. That doesn't solve the racism problem. I mean, he'll get a job somewhere. So I mean, it really doesn't solve anything. I think a lot of people have it misunderstood. They look at racism as a emotional thing when they need to be looking at it as a financial thing. Like, hey, instead of having them expelled from Ole Miss, there needs to be a black school that can rival Ole Miss, that you ain't even worried about, that is lapping Ole Miss and producing productive people in this country. That's just my opinion. It's easier said than done. I get that, but I mean, this solves nothing. It's just an emotional, and that's the thing too. That's why a lot of times, as a society, we don't get anywhere because the people, the powers that be, if you want to say that, they know they can just pacify people with sacrifices. They just sacrifice that guy. It doesn't really matter. He just one piece. Like I said, he'll be all right. But it's funny how this guy, he don't have no criticism for the white dude. Now I don't know if this dude trolling. Maybe he's trolling. You know, maybe he being sarcastic. But let's hear this one more time. Like, what are you doing there? What is she doing there by herself? Like, too many fit-ins. Too many people. Like, what is she doing there? Like, what is the argument for? What are they trying to convince her of? And they really ain't trying to convince her or nothing. They just really just taunting her. But like, what are you there? What are you there for, man? And this is the thing. Like, dude, do you value yourself? I value myself over other folks. He into it too, man. That's back in the day. He got that beer in him, those spirits. Ooh. Yeah, well, I just had to comment on that.